Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. So, I've got another topic in celebration of our milestones that we have reached. As I stated, that I would celebrate, and this was the topic that I really wanted to talk about since, I'm hitting milestones on YouTube. I wanted to discuss YouTube's incredibly biased algorithm. So we all know within, I think, about 2016, throughout 2017 and the whole year of 2017 and 2018 being the worst, the algorithm on YouTube has been less than stellar. It has promoted SJW content. It's gotten pretty bad with copyright of music, and I'm just gonna go through 3 main points about the algorithm that just prove how biased the algorithm is. Number 1, unfair copyright claims. Now, we all know what copyright is, and if you are unfamiliar what copyright is, it is basically where you do not own the rights to media or imagery. So therefore, if you are caught doing this without giving proper credit to the people who originally created that said media or whatever it is, you can have your video striked, and your channel can also receive a strike, and if you receive enough, your channel can actually be terminated. However, the issues that I have with this are that certain channels on YouTube have actually gained their entire fame stealing content without permission. I mean, have you guys ever seen a clip channel, whether it's from a TV show or clips from streamers on Twitch? But those channels have essentially amassed an entire audience based on someone else's content. Now, some will argue that they have edited it, so that therefore falls under fair use. But how dare you promote fair use when your copyright is biased? If you're going to promote fair use, don't have a bias towards it. Just have it be fair use. Because I don't know about you guys, but if someone was to take my videos, okay, and I was all editing them and they were super high quality, I don't think I'd exactly be okay with someone just taking my work, editing it together, and there we go. Now he plays it on his channel, and he gets probably more views than I get on mine, and if he doesn't, he's still making money off of it. His channel is not even him doing work, it's him stealing work. That's completely unacceptable. This goes as for music, media, and like I said, any kind of media. These clip channels are proof that YouTube allows certain forms of these copyright thieves to get away with it. It's completely unacceptable, and that algorithm, that's one of the biggest things that algorithm needs to change. So let me get on to number 2. The bias of age restriction. Now, age restriction I completely understand, because you do not want the audience viewing everything, especially if they are mentally impaired or if they're too young. I can completely understand that. But I also heard an argument as we as consumers can decide what we want to view, so there shouldn't be a restriction to that. And I agree and disagree with that to some extent, because some consumers don't realize the full weight of their decisions. Simply such a thing as simply agreeing to terms of service. Who actually really reads that? No one. But they say, hey, I know what I'm doing, but in reality, you don't really know. But enough of that. Let's just get into the age restriction. Now, we all know that YouTube's gotten pretty severe with their age restriction, where you can show a drop of blood or a bruise or a minor cut or simply a splinter removal, and you get age restricted. And what age restriction does is not only does it restrict your video to only the older audience, what it does is it completely disallows for you to get any form of monetization on your video. Now, people will argue, well, monetization isn't everything, you shouldn't really be concerned about money, but keep in mind that this is a career for some people, and this is a dream job for some people. And I don't know about you, but I don't think someone would appreciate having to edit a video that could have potentially taken weeks of rehearsal or weeks of editing, only to find that they can't even earn a dime off of this, and that it won't even be able to be shown to everyone in their audience. And let me just give some examples. Now, I just want to give a quick disclaimer. This is not to start any drama, but I just want to let people know that this is a clear biased algorithm in terms of age restriction. So if you don't know, Brave Wilderness, which is a huge channel on YouTube. Like I said, no drama. This isn't against anyone who I'm going to mention. Has time and time again shown scenes where they have been bleeding, they have been bruised, they have had swelling of sorts, and their videos do not get age restricted. However, someone showing physical injury and forms of comedy, such as this person named Houston Jones on his channel, has gotten age restricted on videos where he isn't even bleeding in sometimes. In one video, he is seen having an entire bodysuit of duct tape, and without a drop of blood, his video was age restricted. Without him taking any kind of injury, his video is age restricted. Yet, Brave Wilderness, who has been shown insect stings, blood, how to treat wounds and things, has not received that, as well as Discovery Channel, and any form of channel that tries to say science or nature. Well, I hate to break it to you guys, but regardless of if you're saying, well, it's educational, so it's different, that's not the case. If you're going to age restrict something because of blood or graphic content in any form, I don't exactly think a lion ripping a deer apart is something that's not graphic. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be allowed to watch it, but you can't not age restrict that video simply because, oh, it's labeled as science. It's labeled as education, so it's fine. That's not how that's going to work. If you're going to have an algorithm, it needs to be fair. It should not be biased, and that's what this algorithm is. As much as people want to believe that this algorithm is not biased and it's all bots, this thing is biased and it has people and bots behind it. So lastly, let's get on this. It is promoting misleading content. In other words, clickbait. Now, you guys know how I feel about clickbait. I made video upon video expressing my distaste of clickbait. Because as much as people want to defend clickbait, YouTube, unfortunately, is in a place where it promotes clickbait, but that does not mean that it should be okay. There should be some form of reporting or some form of strike or something if you're going to mislead an audience time and time again on a video. I mean, I always like to think of clickbaiting like this. Imagine you go to the store and you buy a knife set, and the box clearly says a knife set, and you spend your money, and in this store there are no refunds. So you go home and then you unbox your knife set, and instead of knives, it's plastic toys that look like knives, which is completely unusable to your task. And now they've run away with your money because there's no refunds. This is the same thing as YouTube. The person has screwed you over by lying to you in their thumbnail, and in the video they've obviously have ads, they had any kind of paid promotion. And what do you get out of it? Screwed. They get the money, you get screwed. YouTube. I'm sorry, but clickbaiting should not be promoted. I don't care how many people want to defend clickbaiters. I don't care how bad your videos do without you clickbaiting. You are lying to people. You are manipulating people to get money. And I understand, because everyone needs money. And as I just stated in a previous video, age restriction completely needs a change. But if we're going to have YouTube be in a state where it's trying to filter content, there should be a filter for people who are literally lying to their audience on a daily basis. But we all know that's not going to happen because of YouTube's biased algorithm. I'm going to reward clickbaiters, but people who are honestly honest with their audience will never receive as much exposure as someone who is willing to lie on every single video. Prime example of this is a good old person that I will not utter their name in my presence, but they love 3 a.m. challenges. I called Momo at 3 a.m. Holy crap, bad stuff happened. I'm sure many people know who I'm referring to. But if you're going to promote someone like that, instead of someone who's actually being honest with their group, I'm just saying, YouTube, don't act like there's no issues with your algorithm. It needs a rework, and it needs it now. So with that being said, that's where I'm going to end this video. I do hope you enjoyed. Thank you for the growth on the channel. I'm glad to be back and recording videos, and you can expect to see more. I have many more topics that I didn't get a chance to record before my hiatus, so we'll see a few more of those, and hopefully the updates that I told you before. And as always, rate the video what you think it deserves. Tell me what you want to see in the future in the comments below. Do not forget to hit that notification bell if you are interested in subscribing to the channel, because the only way that you are subscribed is if you hit subscribe and the notification bell, because as always, yay YouTube. And please, feel free to check out my amino if you want to say anything to me. And I will see all of you in the next video. Take care.